Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's Mark. Well, I want to talk about this meetup / tournament idea one more time. Now, I've made a Facebook page for this. It's right here. If you're really interested, I have a poll going on about, people, their level of interest in it, if they want to come, if they're thinking about it, or they're not interested. So if this is something that you're really thinking about, go to this Facebook page and check it out. And any ideas, feel free to throw them out there. Everybody that's on there is very receptive, and it's a very positive bunch of people. I've had several questions revolving around this, and and I'm going to go through them one at a time. Somebody asked about fees. Well, out-of-state licenses are $8 a day. To launch your boat, some places are free, some places are $5 per day. So it's relatively inexpensive, and that's that. Accommodations. There are several hotels and resorts all throughout the Branson area, depending on your price point. There's some for $40 to $400. It just depends on what you want to do. There's also a ton of Airbnb options and camping. An entry fee, here's the thing. I've been reached out to by several people regarding this issue of holding a tournament, and it could get dicey with Missouri's DNR. And I don't want to have that happen. So I think for now we're going to call it a meetup. And if anybody wants to, do anything on the side, that's up to them. But for now, we're going to not call it a tournament. That could change. But the reason why is there's a ton of liability in having a tournament by myself. And I really didn't think about that a whole lot before I said it. Having a tournament requires permits, perhaps an LLC in my name to protect myself. Say, God forbid, somebody gets in a terrible accident while they're fishing in my hosted tournament. I could end up getting sued. So creating an LLC would limit my liability there. And I kind of want to avoid that expense if I can, for now. Now, if this thing gets out of control big, I'll do what I have to do. There's also nonprofit type things that could come into play as far as nonprofit status and things of that nature if there's money involved. These are some things I'm thinking about. This stuff's not definitive. It's just thoughts that are rolling out, and I'm getting advice from a lot of good people. So do we want to have it on just Table Rock Lake for 2 days? Or do we want to have it maybe one day at Table Rock, one day at Bull Shoals Lake? They're about 20 minutes apart to 30 minutes, depending on what ramps you go to. So it's not that big of a deal. If we do some sort of an entry fee, it's either going to be 100% payback, or like an 80-20, 20% going to charity of some kind, whatever the group decides is a good charity for this event or cause, however you want to look at it. That's where I'm at on the fee, the fee side of things. I'm not looking to make a dime off of this. So this is to get us together and have a good time. Do we want to have divisions? Do we want to have like a bass group and a crappie group and kind of do our own thing? That's another question I have. And like I said, if you have any input or comments, please leave them. I read every one of them, and I take each one seriously. We don't have to just get together and look for bass. We can do all kinds of things. So, there's that. Now, do we want any tracker boat to be involved? That's been brought up. A lot of people that have 175s are like, can I come? At first, I was a little hesitant, not because I don't like them, my initial thought was, get all these classic model of boats together and take this giant picture. Well, it dawned on me that, we all have these aluminum boats. It doesn't matter what it says on it. We're all out there for the same reason. So I would like to include everybody. However, we're going to cut it off at 115 horsepower maximum, which is the motor that's on the Pro 190 aluminum tracker model. Anybody with a tracker 190 and below is more than welcome to come and, hang out with us. Do we need to limit participation? That's a big one. Do we need to say X amount of boats and that's it? Or do we just let it wide open and see who shows up? That's a real big question that I need your help with. Again, leave a comment or, your thoughts on that question, please. If we do some sort of a fun thing, as far as our catching of fish and measurement and all that, I think I've moved away from weighing them. A lot of input has come my way about maybe doing a measurement and picture type tournament, which I'm fine with. I'm not real big on everybody having to have the same board as long as it's legal. You know what I mean? Like, hold on. Okay, this is just I think I paid $15 or $18 for this at Bass Pro Shops. But my thought is it has to have a right angle and be at least 12 inches long. So at Table Rock Lake specifically, to put bass in your live well, they have to be 15 inches or bigger. Now, if we're doing a picture tournament, we can kind of dictate the size because we're putting them back. If we're doing some sort of fishing event and we're not keeping these fish, it doesn't really matter how big they are. So I was thinking having a 12 inch size, be the minimum. Nose of the fish, 12 inches to the tail has to go to 12 inches or more. Hopefully somebody catches one that's 32 inches long. But something like this is all I'm gonna think that we need. I don't think we need the special, I don't wanna go that far. So if anybody has something like this, I think that's good enough. Just has to have a right angle for the fish's mouth to touch and go out. So enough of that. Now at the end of this, at the end of Saturday, I was trying to think of how we could do something where we're all together, like a barbecue or something, but depending on how many people show up, I honestly don't know if I could handle that myself. So I was thinking about maybe enlisting some food trucks from the area to come. And you guys let me know if that's something you're interested in. If it's not, I'll just squash that idea altogether. But I know there's a lot of food trucks that would be interested in coming down and, obviously different ones. We don't want 3 taco trucks. Variety of food available to those that want it. I appreciate all the comments, all the suggestions, and input that I've got from all of you that have reached out. I appreciate it a great deal. This isn't going away. My plan is to have this solidified by the first of the year, so it'll give people about 5.5 months to prepare, logistics, lodging. There's people interested in coming from a pretty fair distance, so I want to give them enough time to make a plan. And who knows what's going to happen. Hopefully this COVID crap doesn't shut us down even more. But, we got to be realistic with what's happening. Right now, there's a plan happening, and, I just hope we can execute it. Thank you guys very much for your interest in this. I'll see you in the future. Go check out that Facebook page. Have a great night. Take it easy.